Hi guys, welcome back to Friday Night Magic. This is our round 3 feature match. Once again, I'm Ryan O'Loughlin, and in the booth with me tonight I have Mr. Brian Huffman.
Hi guys.
Tell us about what we're looking at.
We're looking at.
I ended a sentence with a preposition. I hate myself.
Oh gosh, that was aggressive. Well, we are watching one of the premier decks of Modern play against a very stubborn Russell Morehouse, wanting to continue to play his favorite deck despite the banning of a key card.
Well, I think I don't disagree with sticking with your deck, and I still think Infect is good.
I mean, it's F&M,
Yeah.
right? It's Modern. People play what they want to play. People play the decks that they are either most familiar with or have the most fun with.
I think he doesn't have a lot of Modern decks built either.
No, but that can't stop him.
If he wanted to, yeah, he could build whatever he wanted.
Yeah. And again, this is F&M. We're here to have a little bit of fun. Although, I mean, the stakes may be a little higher. We are hunting for the elusive Fatal Push.
Yep. We are giving away 5 per event.
Yep. So we're looking at Bob playing the premier deck, potentially. You could call it the Tier 0 deck of Modern. Right now it's kind of shaping the format, dictating what other decks can live within the meta. Taking what looks to be a Scry on a Malta 6 on the draw. So this is going to be interesting for Russell. The Shadow deck gets to operate on all of the axes against the Infect deck. If you were to play out a threat on turn 1, there's a high chance it could get pushed before there's any protection available.
I can't wait to go downstairs and tell Russell to put his lands behind his creatures.
Oh gosh.
Kurt usually gets to do it.
I'll let you. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm going to.
You also have all the natural discard available, and in Thoughtseize, being able to take just about any card, relevant card, except for Inkmoth Nexus in Russell's deck.
Yeah.
And the Inquisitions that can have it too.
Yep.
Plus, you have main board Culligan's Command.
Oh.
That can get all the things.
Shock your Glistener Elf, shatter your Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah, or just get the Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
Let's not even be greedy.
Who knew? 2-for-1s are good.
Yeah, right? So Bob's here doing a little bit of sequencing to see as many cards as he possibly can.
15.
Yep. He's going to fetch
13.
out the land so he has fewer in his deck. He's going to cycle the Street Wraith to find some interaction. And start off with a Thoughtseize.
Blossoming Defense, Glistener Elf, something, Mutagenic Growth, Pendlehaven?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
I don't know what the middle card is right here.
Oh. The glare makes me think it's a...
Misty?
It's either a Misty... Yeah, I think it's a Misty Rainforest.
Yeah, it is. When I saw that Pendlehaven under the glare, I thought it was a Glimpse of Nature. I was like, it can't be that for a couple of reasons.
Sure. So Bob was able to sequence all of his cards there to draw as many as possible, so he had all the information what his hand was good for.
Yeah.
And be able to choose the card with Thoughtseize. He probably also has a Fatal Push if he's taken the one piece of protection that Russell has. So
I've adjusted to Expeditions and Masterpieces with the one exception of when they're on camera.
It is a little bit weird, and sometimes you're not used to seeing them from that far away, so you just don't get used to it.
They're GP Legacy cover or GP Vegas coverage of their Legacy GP. There's a guy who had multiple masterpieces in his deck and invocations and all that, and coverage literally said, I don't know what that card, and they didn't have a spotter, so they had to get a spotter to go to the table to find out what the card was. Wow. It was a Vindicate.
I feel like they would be ready for that.
Yeah.
We're going to cycle another Street Wraith, I believe we just drew.
Russell, you don't know how hard you just dream crushed me right now.
He did flinch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, but there was a flinch.
Kurt makes a real big deal about it. It's funny. Especially with Kazu. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. So Bob cycling a little bit down, gets to 11 to play a nice little 2-2. It's not the most exciting Death Shadow. Well, we're going to get a little
4-4.
I feel like you might want to cycle there in case you draw the interaction that you want. Looks like Bob's sitting on a 1-lander here.
Yeah, I mean, because he could just die here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terribly likely, but very possible.
Oh yeah. That's the appeal of playing Infect, right? You just have your opponents always on edge.
Yeah, I mean, my results always got better against Infect when I just relaxed. Just if they have it, they have it.
You choose certain times to tap out, and you say, all right, if you have 4 cards to kill me this turn,
yeah,
you have 4 cards. But when I untap, you're going to have a hard time.
2 in Legacy, but...
Yeah. Yeah, but you got Force of Will to fight and Daze and other stuff, so...
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Not so much the Charlos deck.
No.
I feel like that's never been a great matchup. You just really hope to find
I've
Babel
actually...
sticks.
My Infect results are pretty positive. I think they're on the north side of 50. Alright, so here's Inkmoth Nexus.
Getting a little frisky. It's only 3 Infect. It's not too much.
Yeah.
This is the one that, like, you take a couple hits and try and go for the post-combat, but right now, Bob's looking very, very benign. Not very threatening after cycling all these street raids and finding no lands.
There's the Fatal Push.
Yeah.
But...
we do have some mana up, and you really want to save it for the Inkmoth Nexus, and even then Russell's going to have some untapped mana to fight with it.
So he's in a bit of Bob is in a bit of a tight spot here. So might as well just
go for the Thoughtseize.
It gets I'm assuming that's Spell Pierce.
That's a Spell Pierce. Russell seems to take into expeditions randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Used to claim that foils were ugly, and then suddenly, has to fight against it.
Well,
now they're pretty.
He doesn't like them because they're foil. He likes them because they're whatever it is that they are. Alright, so here's Death Shadow, M for 4, taking Russell down to 12.
Yep, this will allow the Glistener Elf to get in too.
Yeah.
So.
No blocks.
And the Penalhaven, so we're looking at 3 on board.
One of these creatures is a 2/2.
I'm going to have to ask Russell to change dice here in a minute so we can know. I realize we know he's at 3 Infect.
Yeah, just use the larger dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad, though. Do you want me to go ahead and go remind him, or do you want to do it?
We'll do it in between games. All
right.
Yeah.
So we're about to send in the clowns here.
Here goes Inkmoth Nexus.
So we're getting in 2, so we're up to 5 Infect.
Yep.
Looks like the Glistener Elf's just on chump block duty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once that shadow gets large enough and gets scary enough here. We draw another Thoughtseize. Bob, not like this.
All the Thoughtseize.
See, like, I don't mind seeing, like, the Mana Screw games when they're involved from Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you've been Wastelanded 3 times...
Because that costs your opponent 3 cards.
Yeah, and 3 land drops.
Yeah.
They're not doing much of anything either.
Nope.
Like, those games are kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
But the ones where it's just, like, you're kind of stuck, you've cycled through, you've drawn, like, 9 cards and still haven't found the second land.
Stifle really sucks, but your opponent, it's a card. Like...
Yeah.
It cost them an entire card. Alright,
so this is Frisky in combat, though. This is where I don't want to get...
No, because here's Vines and kicked, too, so...
Knowing that he doesn't have to play around days or nothing.
Yeah.
So this is going to be...
Yep, that's it. So Russell's going to take this one.
Do you want to go down and chat with Russell and make sure that he knows to use the larger dice?
Why don't you go ahead? I'm going to look up something real quick.
Alright, be right back.
I'm going to look up what my win percentage against Legacy Infect is. We will be right back, guys. We're just Mr. Huffman's going to step downstairs to make sure that our participants know to use the large dice that we can see on the camera. And I'm going to get into my Google Docs and look at my spreadsheets. So I'm wondering what exactly my win percentage against Infect is. Because that's what we do. Hiya! I thank everybody for watching. Maybe while we have some dead time here, I'll tell you guys about the last time that I went skiing in Egypt. We didn't get a whole lot of skiing done, but it was still a fun trip. Infect. Oh, 50%. 50%. I only played against it 4 times. 2 wins and 2 losses. That's okay. That's alright. I'm just going to go ahead and delete some junk mail too while we're here. Hey, did you guys know that my MasterCard is expiring soon? And Patreon wants to thank me for supporting some patrons. Or sorry, some artists. I support 2 different people on Patreon. And SurveyMonkey also is emailing me to know that I got some new responses to my survey. Speaking of which, our show This Week of Four Horsemen has a survey, and you can find the link on our Facebook page, our Twitter account, or our Instagram. So you should go, if you watch the show, or if you don't, you should watch it. But you should take the survey, answer a few questions, help us improve the show. Let's see, Discover is letting me know that they got my payment from this morning, and AT&T is also letting me know that they got my payment from this morning. Now let's go into my social folder. Twitter, I got a notification saying that Bradley Rains tweeted. He's the gentleman who does all the music from Loading Ready Run. And then I got an email from YouTube.
I had a judge call.
Okay. And I got an email from YouTube letting me know that there is a new episode of Crap Shots featuring the new moon base. We'll have to check that out.
You can watch that after you finish watching Rick and Morty.
Okay. Crap Shots are less than a minute long, though.
Okay.
It is 50%. I've only played against Legacy Infect with Shardless 4 times, and I've won twice and lost twice.
What is your worst matchup?
My worst matchup, I have a 0% win rate against
It's 12 post.
12 post check pile, which I've only played once.
Sure. Aloran.
Aloran with the red splash. 4-color Delver, which I've only played once. Enchantress, I have 0%
Those
win rate.
matchups actually way more even than I would have expected.
But that's not typical of a Shardless player. That's just because I play against elves all the time. Every time. I have 0% win rate against Legends Miracles and Tenfins. Spreadsheets are fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still shuffling, so we're going back to the spreadsheet. So I have...
No, here, I got one for you. The judge call.
Okay, yeah.
So, our good friend playing Red-Black Control went ahead and attacked with Call against the Ad Nauseam player with a Phyrexian Unlife.
Attacked with a mountain?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Attacked with a mountain with Phyrexian Unlife out.
Okay.
That mountain took him to 0, so he doesn't die.
Okay.
Second main phase, Shrine of Burning Rage. For 10.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
They had... no one around had ever been in a situation where lethal had been achieved post-combat due to, a random artifact with 10 damage on it.
A random artifact with 10 damage.
Everybody was used to combat and then the second combat the next turn, so thinking that, intuitively thinking it had to take a turn to pass.
Right.
But, when you have an artifact that says deal 10, you don't have to wait.
Right.
Just a phase.
Yep.
So, did we have any mulligans, or
I
just
don't know.
finished sideboarding?
I don't know. I was looking at my spreadsheet.
Aw, that spreadsheet's probably exciting.
Yeah.
Bug,
I like it.
You don't ever lose to Bug Delver, apparently. Good lord.
No, I have 100% win rate. Yeah, I have 100% win rate against Bug Delver, and that's across 6 matches. It's a really good... Just Delver in general is a really good matchup for Charlotte.
Baleful Strix.
Baleful Strix, Abrupt Decay,
Bug Delver didn't until they had Fatal Push. You don't really have a
clean
efficient
answer.
way to remove all of the Baleful Strixes. Maybe the first one, but not the second, third, and fourth one. Good lord.
And I've played 4. I've been playing 4 for the past year and a half.
I think that card's incredibly good. It's I think honestly, it's the glue that holds the check pile together.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, so Bob's on the play. He is down to 17 off of Fetch Land and a Shock. Serum Visions, I'm going to say top bottom.
Yeah, maybe. So that Street Wraith is probably actually what he drew with that Serum Visions. A lot of times you see players sequence Fetch, Shock, Street Wraith, then Visions to see the most number of cards possible.
Yeah.
But we're going to be looking at that. We're going to see a nice old school wooded foothills. Onslaught, yep. Come down for Russell. Find himself some basics. Just preserving his life total here. There's no Blood Moon.
No. Grixis and Blood Moon, not a usual thing.
Not anymore. Like you
I've
had those
seen it
weird
before.
Grixis, like the control decks back when the Grixis control first started showing up with the Delve creatures.
I've seen Blue Moon lists that splash black for something.
Fatal Push now.
Yeah, probably. Why are you splashing black? Oh, never mind. You're probably just doing it for Fatal Push.
Alright, so we're going to main phase
Thought
ourselves a Thought Scour.
Turning over Thought Scour and Death Shadow. But don't worry, he has Kolaghan's commands in his deck.
Yeah, what we're looking for here is probably just to hit another land. so that we can continue to deploy threats. That's probably going to fetch land and go straight into one of my favorite creatures in all of Magic.
Gurmag?
Gurmag Angler.
The old zombie fish.
Good old zombie fish. Doesn't die to Victim of Night, never will die to Victim of Night.
So the new 1 green for a 3/3.
Oh, the Merfolk?
Yeah.
The Merfolk Nakatl?
I was listening to Leaving a Legacy this morning, and they were saying if that guy was printed in like 2012, that would be instantly playable in Legacy. But now Gurmag Angler is now the bar. And that guy does nothing in a Gurmag Angler world.
That's true. It's kind of crazy that in a world full of Tarmogoyfs, like 2 mana, like 5/6s or 4/5s, that Tarmogoyf just has gotten bad. It really is like Gurmag Angler and Tassiger. Like there are very few Tarmogoyf decks out in the world anymore. It's just it's a $100 piece of cardboard that just doesn't do as much.
I haven't seen it in Modern hardly at all. I've seen it a little more in Legacy because it's still good because there's so many combo decks.
Yeah, you still see it's still just another cheap, efficient threat.
Yeah.
And when you're playing bug colors, like you get to play with them. I've seen Tassiger start to show up in Legacy despite
which I still hate.
Existing.
I still hate that.
Yeah, I don't mind Gurmag Angler again.
No, Gurmag Angler's great, but I used to play one of Tassiger and Shardless Bug, and the first time it got Karakas bounced, I'm like, nope,
we're done.
Yeah, and he also just loses against Tarmogoyfs and Gurmag Anglers.
Yeah. This little black uncommon, or common even, is just...
Oh yeah, he's common. He's real good in Pauper.
Yep, great in Pauper, great in Legacy, great in Modern. It's funny, there's these cards that just mechanically never show up in Standard, but end up being some of the best cards across Eternal formats.
I saw Tasker got a little bit of Standard play, but...
Yeah, he definitely got some Standard play.
He was in the Jeskai Black deck.
Yep, he definitely got some Modern play. Showed up in Jund a lot. Never flips to Bob, just doesn't actually happen.
Whoa, hey guys, I just put the Twitch chat back up. So all of those comments that you guys made, I didn't see them till just now.
Yeah, Victim of Night. It was relevant once, and it was a great story, and yep, that's all that matters.
I remember it getting a little bit of play before Fatal Push was a thing.
Yeah, you would see it in a lot of like black control decks that just didn't want to turn
like the straight black green deck.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, here's Gurmag Angler taking Russell down to 14.
Yep, sending in. It's such a fast clock. I mean,
yeah
you have to do a little bit of work to get them into your deck, but the cost reward's just so low, or so high rather.
Should probably bring the Facebook chat back up too.
I'll let you do that. One of my favorite cards I just want to see Bob rip here would be just Liliana Last Hope.
Do it. Do it now.
Just all of them.
Pretty good against Infect. Yeah, I'll fix that. We're in game number 2.
And it does require like tapping out, but that minus is permanent. So if the only way that Russell has to interact with it is like a pump spell, as soon as we move to clean up, that creature's going to die anyway.
Yep.
Upkeep cannot respond to static effects.
Cannot.
So Russell's looking. We've got an Invocation, which is probably again another Spell Pierce. So Liliana's probably dead there.
Now I don't know all the invocations, but I'm pretty sure Spell Pierce is the only card in this deck that has an invocation printing.
Yeah, it's the most relevant one. We have 2 forms of protection with
He's got a Blossoming Defense and a Vines.
Yeah.
Oof.
Spell Pierce.
Is that I want to say that's an Engineering Explosives, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, destroying all the creatures that cost 1
seems bad.
Yeah, especially
and he can only create
deployed.
3 colors of mana.
3. Oh yeah, I guess white with
Bat.
Just be patient.
Sorry,
not you. I'm talking to Bob.
Okay.
Bob's looking at his cards and wants to get excited here.
Casting spells is fun.
Yeah, he does have Stubborn Denial, which is real strong. But I feel like you want to push the Stubborn Spell Pierce and try and really choke Russell on resources here.
Yeah, because he only has essentially 1 threat.
Yeah.
Now you watch. Russell's going to kill him with Noble Hierarchy.
I mean, it's real. The Shadow deck, Bob's already at 12. It's really just like 2 pump spells and a Noble just gets you.
Yep.
So I'm sitting here contemplating whether or not we want to add another removal, another pump spell or what. Russell, remember to use a nice big die to make it easy for our viewers to see. Second main phase, we're going to deploy a relic. Yeah, that relic's a little slow for this Gurmag Angler, just going to say.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be alright against future Snapcaster mages and such.
It does allow him to kind of hedge and, protect his hand against discard spells in a way.
And you can assume that, generally speaking, your game's going to go long in this matchup.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised Russell didn't use the Noble Hierarch for some of the mana.
Mm-hmm. Because generally it might die, so
you
want to use it first.
Yeah, a spell like Kozilek's Return, you don't want to have to protect it.
I mean, maybe he wants to keep it open as a potential blocker.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of right now. So we're getting some red mana untapped. I feel like we're going to see Thought Scour.
Street Wraith and something.
Yeah, Street Wraith is probably a card that's not relevant because we have that relic.
Is that Staticaster? Now that's a home run.
If I'm Russell, I feel like you just he's worried about Bob deploying another Delve threat here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a weird timing with relic and Delve threats, and I think if you're past a few turns, you honestly either just play relic and crack it immediately, or you just do it when you have mana available and free. You stop worrying about the extra Delve threats because
or you need a card.
Yeah, you just don't have time. And it creates this weird dynamic where, all right, I let them untap, now they have it, and there's no way I can interact with it once they start. So, I kind of like just Bob sending in the big old zombie. I'm trying to put some more pressure on Russell's life total here.
Yeah, I mean, well, hold on. Where are we even at?
I'm not sure.
We're in draw step?
I guess we're in draw step because Bob has drawn a card.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Russell playing around another Delve threat, like you said.
Okay, so Bob had not drawn the card, it looks like.
Okay, so that was upkeep.
Yep.
I guess if your plan is to play around a Delve threat, you want to do it in upkeep, so there's not. Yeah. Actually, I'm not really sure.
Nah,
because there's no stifle. Because there's no stifle. But here's is that Staticaster, which is just a straight home run here.
So I don't mind this because now he can decide whether or not if he wants to attack with the Gurmag Angler. I do think there's a little opportunity where a lot of people just fetch on the end step where you could have just could have got him.
Yeah, wait for Russell to crack the Wood of Foothills, then cast the Staticaster and activate.
Yep, just it's got haste. It comes in the battlefield tapped and pointing at something.
Yeah.
But in this way, Russell's probably going to protect him and then have. Oh.
Okay, so here's we forgot we knew about the Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, it's still like one less card, but here we're just going to deny that. Pay for it, Russell. You gotta
pay for the spells you cast, sir. Oh, I don't want to walk down all those stairs.
No,
so we're just letting it.
There it is. There it is, Russell.
As long as he's not casting another spell off of it.
No, that's true. Oh, Russell's graveyard should be exiled. That's actually relevant.
Yeah, that is. But
I will get that.
Thank you, Ryan.
I'll be the Gopher.
Gopher, my second least favorite character from Winnie the Pooh. Find out who my least favorite character from Winnie the Pooh is after these messages. What messages are those? I don't know. I was thinking about doing one of those commercials from the radio from Grand Theft Auto 3, but none of those are appropriate. There is a Gopher. Yes, he is a second tier character. He's not in every episode.
What happened? Did I leave and now we're talking about Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, because you said you'd be the Gopher, and I said that Gopher's my second least favorite character from Winnie the Pooh, and Sean's not familiar with Gopher. I said he's not.
Oh, he's angry.
Yeah,
he's always grumpy.
Yeah, he always hits his. He's burrowing, and you see the dirt, and he hits his head on stuff.
A rock.
Yeah, usually a rock or a tree.
Yeah, or Pooh's honey.
Yeah, his honeypot. Yeah. All right, let's stop talking about
I feel like we've gone down the rabbit hole.
Oh! That was good. Or got stuck in it, rather.
I'm just trying for you, man. I'm just trying for you.
No comment on your Christopher Robin comment. All right, back to the Magic. We got a second Glistener Elf.
Bob finding a lot of lands, very different from the last game.
Yeah.
Seeing if... What do we got? What do we got?
Lots of lands, and it's that Staticaster that's going to be kind of trigger happy here. So with the Staticaster, you want to activate it on your turn? Or at the end of Russell.
Or this.
Oh.
So this puts the priority in Russell's court. Also, he's already short on land or spells. So this really forces, like, if he wants to protect it, it basically means both the cards in his hand are going to end up gone.
And Bob did discard a card to this, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to make him reveal his hand as well.
Yeah, this is Duress Plus.
All right, so here's Spell Pierce.
Sure, we're going to pay for that.
Yeah, I would imagine you just want to pay them mana here because it's a 2-for-1. Well, no, you also not really, but...
You get to take whatever card is in Russell's hand here. So you get to... if you pay for this, you get perfect information. You have the Staticaster on lock. And maybe just activate the Staticaster. And then Russell's basically on drawing cards. Yep.
So, all right. So there's a Misty. But that also means he has nothing.
Yeah. So you can take two different routes here. Because Bob's only sitting at like 2 or 3 Infect here. You could just kill the Noble. Deny mana.
It's 1 damage, right?
Yep. It's 1 damage, so you kill the Noble Hierarch. It makes it so it's less easy for Russell to activate the Inkmoth Nexus. Yep. And, you know...
And for 5.
Yeah.
Here's the block. Now Russell's on
Forces
nothing.
the block.
Yeah.
So basically, Russell has to draw Dismember. Now.
That's a 4-4. That's a 4-4. Alright, so that takes it to game number 3. Bob has managed to drag this into game 3. As the grindy Grixis deck typically does. 1-1.
What did you do? Why are you Googling?
No, yeah, we're good.
Ryan.
What?
Ryan, I leave you for a minute, and this is what you do.
There's a good reason for that. Do you want to know the reason that I often do the things that I do?
What? What's that?
Well, you have to hold on a second because I got to click a couple more buttons.
I was playing along, Ryan. I didn't think...
Do you want to know the reason?
Yeah, what is the reason that you do the things you do?
Aliens, man. Aliens. Straight aliens. Bye, poo. No.
In case anyone's wondering what Ryan is laughing at, he is currently going through Winnie the Pooh memes. And some of these are terrifying.
Most of them, actually. Ugh. Ugh.
Look at all the bothers I give.
Just 0.
Think. I hope we're entertaining some of you guys out there.
I'm entertaining myself. Can't read that one. Can't read that one.
Oh goodness! What does chat have to think of Ryan's sudden obsession with Winnie the Pooh?
I've actually never been like a 17 players tonight, which I'm happy with considering there's a Grand Prix 4 hours away.
Yeah, we had a couple people go out to that.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like our players have some cards in their hands.
Yeah. We always got to find a Dr. Evil.
That is what Lincoln Baxter refers to his deck as. That is the quote-unquote bug land control deck that made top 16 at Grand Prix Vegas.
Oh, sure.
He calls it Dr. Evil, which is more fun than saying bug land control.
Looks like Russell's starting off with Good old Noble Hierarch.
Yeah, once again, we have Infect on the play for Game 3.
Yep. Both decks just aggressive with their first plays, always having a lot of 1-mana options. Russell having access to Serum Visions again. Noble Hierarch, Glistener Elf, and Bob Levdansky looking for all the interactive spells. Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Fatal Push.
Yep.
Serum Visions, Thought Scour, all of these. Stubborn Denial. Let's see which one of these he chooses to deploy. We are going with Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize sees a very redundant hand from Russell. Double Blighted Agent.
Yeah, 2 Blighted Agents, Spell Pierce, Relic. You know what Blighted Agents look like?
I won't joke. I was not ready for that.
I wasn't either.
So that Spell Pierce probably means that Bob has some kind of high impact spell coming up here. Maybe Liliana.
Culligan's Command.
Culligan's Command would be great.
Really good against Infect.
We're going to plop out one of these two. Kozilek's Return.
Yeah.
One of these Blighted Agents.
That Kozilek's Return at instep after you attacked with an Inkmoth Nexus.
It's so great.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then they second main puts down some stuff. It's great.
Alright, here's another fetch. This is going to take Bob down to 12, presumably.
Yep. Always 12. Oh, that Static Cast is on the bottom of the deck, so we're not going to see that guy.
Shuffle.
Put that guy in there.
Russell does not want to see that card, but that's fine. All the times he cast it against me, so.
Yeah, the Noble Hierarch really opens up Infect to a lot of extra plays. The mana acceleration is really powerful. You're able to deploy extra threats, with still be able to protect your What? Disordia, you have a problem with aliens?
Yeah.
We're gonna Thoughtseize again. Do we just deploy the Spell Pierce? Second Spell Pierce.
I mean, what are you protecting? The other Blighted Agent, I guess?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Or Russell must have drawn...
He has a Relic and a Blighted Agent.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite worth it.
I don't know. Because I guess you assume your first threat's gonna die.
Yeah, so... Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
But, see, leaving the Relic means that Russell does actually still get to keep a card.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Cantrips and interacts. So we're going to swing in here for 2. Probably play the Relic. Crack it. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Russell knows what he did.
Bob.
We're going to go ahead and...
Play the Relic.
Yep. And Russell's going to sit here just like he did a minute ago and try and figure out when he wants to crack it. Right away. Yep. So this doesn't get to play around discard, but I think it's the most efficient thing to do.
You might just draw a Glistener Elf.
Yeah, or land there.
Dryad Arbor. It's nice. Ugh, that makes that Kozilek's Return so much better.
Yeah, it's getting grosser and grosser, right? And you know he doesn't have the Spell Pierce anymore, so right here you just main phase the hell out of it.
Yep.
Unless you want to get greedy and hope Russell just drops that Inkmoth Nexus.
Oh.
Triple LD.
Yeah.
Oof.
Probably wouldn't happen, but still. It'd be brutal.
So what are you looking at deploying here, Bob? I believe
he's got Death Shadow.
Yep, Death Shadow's going to come down as a 3/3 through that Blood Crypt. Sneakily. Not really a 3/3, by the way.
No. Because he's got that whole Scalding Tarn action going on.
Quietly puts it down. That takes us out.
Ooh.
See, I feel like...
Russell, don't let him push you around. Oh, he drew Blossoming Defense off the Relic. Alright, so here's the defense.
Yep.
We have a Stubborn Denial. No, because there's no...
We have it's a Thought Scour,
yeah,
but...
he can pay for it.
I do feel like... He actually can't, because he can just crack the fetch, right?
Yeah,
And the Dryad Arbor.
Russell couldn't pay for it, I meant.
Right.
Yeah.
I like reversing the order of those two, just, have your blue up just in case, but
yeah.
It's not too big of a deal here.
In for 2. Bob's going to fetch, taking himself down to...
Just 9?
Just 9.
Yeah, with the Dryad Arbor out, it's a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, the Noble Hierarch too, but yeah. You don't see a whole lot of basics on this side of the board.
Just generally 1, maybe 2 as the game really starts to draw out and you start dancing with that knife's edge.
Yeah. Just trying to preserve your life total a little bit.
Probably going to see an in-step Thought Scour here, quickly recovering from the Relic of Percentages. It's the other reason that it gets a little awkward sometimes. It's just how quickly they can rebuild with a single Thought Scour, just putting 3 or 4 cards in the bin from a fetch land.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see Bob here on tap, move to his draw step, hopefully looking to find, I don't know, just one of those haymakers we mentioned earlier. That Staticaster he shuffled back in. Last Hope. I'm still rooting for Last Hope.
Yeah, I mean, that's a strong card against Infect. It's a strong card against creature strategies.
Yeah. Little known fact, and this is widely known fact, kills Master Wave.
Oh yeah, it does.
Every turn.
Oh yeah, it does.
So does Kozilek's Return.
Yep, it's not red.
Yep. We now know you have a Snapcaster Mage, Bob. Nothing taps for Island and a blue and a something else in this deck.
Fatal Push with a Thalia out.
You got me.
Yay!
I'll let you be yourself.
Okay.
Get in there. Just get frisky.
Come on. Get on there.
Frisky.
Hi-yo!
There you go. That Death Avatar coming across for 4.
7. Is that what its creature type is?
It's just Avatar.
It's just Avatar. Avatar is weird.
It's interesting, right? Like, it kind of imposes... You know what?
I think it'd be like a spirit avatar or something.
Yeah, like Demon Spirit or something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of Kamigawa style.
Yeah.
Well, can you name another Avatar off the top of your head?
There's a whole... The Inferno Titan dinosaur is an Avatar.
It is?
Yeah.
Can you name an old one?
An old one?
Mm-hmm.
Not off the top of my head.
Progenitus.
Oh yeah, he is.
Hydra Avatar.
Hydra! Cut off one head. 3 more, go back.
Yep, so that's going to be for 7, 8, taking Russell down to 9.
Do you ever, after a natural order for a Progenitus, do you ever yell Hail Hydra?
No.
You should.
No. In lieu of recent political things.
It's Hydra! I mean, like... Come on, it's comic books. People just... Never mind, we're not getting into that.
Nope.
Snapcaster and a Fatal Push on the Blighted Agent. And Russell's going to think.
Deep in the tank here.
Yep.
What could that other card be? Psst, psst. If it's Stammered, you're super dead.
Yep.
Go for it.
Go.
Get in there.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Nope, those are all gone. Those are exiled, Russell.
Yeah, just like...
Aliens?
Yeah, just like... Beat me to it.
I haven't been up here in the booth with you for a long time, but
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun. At some point, you always say something silly, and you always make me laugh, and I enjoy it. Think. Ah,
okay.
It's dead. It's dead. It's
dead alien.
I didn't even look where your mouse was. You're just hovering over that.
No, we're just waiting. All right.
All right, Russell.
9 to 5.
Yep.
Their life totals are the average work shift for weekday employees.
Activating a different alien.
Yep. That one.
Fetch land down. All right. Looks like that. At least that Dryad Arbor is probably on blocking duty here.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
We are going down to 4. We are dead to Groundswell.
Do it.
On a Dryad Arbor.
Oh. That'd be the Rakdos charm of this game.
It would be. It would be.
Not as exciting as Rakdos charm.
We have an end step for a swamp, so I'm guessing Bob has a push.
Yeah.
A push, or maybe
push to kill the Noble Hierarch. Or no, because
the Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah. You mean the Dryad Arbor?
No, just basic end step.
Just getting a basic.
Maybe he might have milled over a bunch of his fetches. That does happen occasionally.
His shot clans,
yeah. He's also sitting with the Steam Vents in his hand, so.
Alright, so here's Serum Visions.
Yep.
Go see what's up.
Oh, you're hiding it from us.
I'm so used to Legacy. Like, I saw him grab that and put it straight in his hand. I'm like, what? That's not how Ponder works. Okay.
Yeah, Serum Vision's definitely the worst of the card manipulation spells available.
The bad trips.
Yeah, but again, best in Modern.
Yeah.
So,
Thought Scour looks pretty good here.
Yeah.
Just Thought Scour just doesn't work in every deck.
Right.
Alright, here's a big old attack for 9. This is lethal. Russell's gonna block.
Yep, Russell's forced to block here. This attack kind of says to me that Bob really doesn't have anything, so
I want to say that he has a Steam Vince and a Fatal Push.
It's
No,
a
it's a Thoughtseize. Okay.
Yeah.
How many cards does Russell have in hand?
1.
Yeah, it's probably
2?
not.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, not if it's just 1. Definitely not if it's 1. Maybe not if it's 2.
Well, he only went for a small amount last turn, and there's too many things here. He's only dead to like 1 or 2 cards, so, and he's really only dead to like Become Immense.
Yeah. Which, when you're playing against Infect, you just gotta, if they have it, they have it.
Yep.
Some games you can't win.
Yeah. We're just gonna go for it. He just went for it.
Down to 2. I assume. Yep. Yes, he's going down to 2. This is resolving. We're gonna see a Blossoming Defense, which is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm gonna Blossoming Defense your Death Shadow.
Sure. All right. Fetch on the upkeep, so to give Russell the best chance of drawing something good. Just playing the numbers here.
Yeah. With only being at 3 Infect, 4, 5, it's Become Immense now, or that Noble Hierarchs on Chump Block, which means you still have a couple outs, right?
Distortion Strike.
That's real good. Yeah.
Distortion Strike would be great. Does he play Distortion Strike?
He does.
Okay.
It's a slow roll.
You can see he wants it. He wants the Distortion Strike. All right, so here's Ink Moth. It's not. All right, in for 2.
2. You don't do anything. We're hellbent here.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I think that takes him to 7 Infect.
Yep. And then you just gonna try and Chump Block for a turn, I guess. It's a Windswept Teeth.
Yep. Russell gonna put his best poker face on and try to freak Bob out.
One of the few of us that actually plays poker.
Yeah. So here, I still think Bob can really only, unless he has a that.
All right, show us that Windswept Teeth. Now this is a. Okay, there we go.
And Goons.
Yep.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Yep.
Bob takes this one 2-1. Okay. Yep. All right. And that is the match, and they run out most of the timer, so we will be back here for our 4th and final feature match. Thank you guys for watching. We will be right back. I'm gonna go eat food.
Thanks for keeping us company, guys. We'll see you in a little while.
Collected Company. And we're back. Where's Aliens? Image 8. On the very top. You gotta click on the eye. Click on the eye. There you go.
Hi guys, Aliens.
Aliens. Bye.